Do you feel threatened by the police more than, let's say, more than average, more than like, because nobody likes to get pulled over and everybody gets nervous when they get pulled over, but would you say that beyond that normal nervousness, you feel threatened by the police if you were to get pulled over or stopped on foot or whatever? Raise your hand if you feel like you're above average on feeling threatened by the police.
Like not regular scared, like more scared, like you probably lose your life or something like that, or something like that.
Scared of the unknown.
Because you feel like you're vulnerable because you're black.
Yes and no.
Yeah, raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
Yes.
When I was young, I was like these guys growing up in Dunbar, Sable Palm, the projects, Michigan, Sable Palm, Harlem Lake. That's when we all could be around each other. We always would play each other in sports. Can't do that now. But no, I've never, and then growing up in the crack era, I mean, all my friends, family members, we were all really close. They were all dealing crack. They were all killing each other. So I was right in the mix, but I never felt threatened when it comes to the police, ever. I mean, I've had some run-ins with the police, but it always turned out good. That was me.
Yeah.
But when I did feel threatened, it was from my own people in my own community.
If I was in the car by myself driving and getting pulled over, I would say no because I know how to handle myself. I know how to talk and I know the law and stuff like that a little bit. But I would feel threatened if I'm in the car with my homeboys. Then, if I get pulled over and my homeboys in the car with me, then I'll feel threatened. Because I know how to handle this situation, but I don't think they would know how to handle the situation. I don't know if they have something on them too.
That's huge. Because what I learned when I was young, what I always taught my boys, if you have any encounter with law enforcement, the first thing you want to do is stay out of their way. If you can't stay out of their way, do what they say. Now there's no 100% guarantee, but you gotta give yourself a chance. And I think knowing how to handle yourself, that's huge. Because when the few times I had a run-in with the law, I talked to them. I respected them, and I never had any issues. Then it came down to the point where they would swarm a spot where we were hanging at, and they make people run. How you doing, Tony? How y'all doing? Because I respected them whenever I had an encounter with them. So from that point, I never had any issues with them. Even if they come into a point where it's hot and dudes doing things they got no business, and I'm standing right there. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Good, how y'all doing? So I think that's huge, young man. I really do, knowing how to just, deal with them and be respectful. That's the main thing.
I don't know. You got some bad intentionated cops, and then you got some good respected cops. I may not know who that cop is. I may not know how he gonna approach me. I mean, I've been stopped by cops before. I've been racist before. All that. But I'm saying like, I'll be above scared. Like, I'm scared of most cops because the stuff that happened in the past. But I'm saying like, you really don't know how to feel because it's not like all cops are bad. Like people making it out to seem to be. Like you got some good cops and you got some bad cops. You just gotta decipher which is which, and then take it from there. But me, I've always been a respectful kind of dude towards anybody, if at that. So I'll never disrespect the cop out of his name, and I wouldn't want this. I wouldn't want the same in return. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a way to fighting a bad cop though. If they most time you get pulled over just for a ticket or something like that, but you could fight the ticket in court. You could bring the police officer to court and fight the ticket.
I was going off of what he was gonna say about being respectful to a cop. Cause me personally, I have a fear of the unknown. So like when I get stopped by a cop, it's like until the person comes and approaches me and it tells me, starts talking to me, cause like I can read energy pretty well. And so like if I see like he's chill, then okay, I'm gonna be chill too, you know what I mean? But even if he tries to like escalate some shit, way or form, whatever, I'm gonna still try to de-escalate. Like that one dude who came in, somebody came in here was like, just knowing how to kill him with kindness or something like that. And that's basically what you gotta know how to do. I don't know. Me, I had like 3 encounters with cops. When I'm by myself, I'm good. But if I'm with my homeboys and I'm driving, I'm still good. But I remember there was a time I was in the passenger seat and I was like, okay, everything's going good so far, yada yada yada. Then the cop comes back and starts. Then what did he say? he asked for something, and then the person I was with started freaking out. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm like, bro, don't do that. Not with me in the car, please, cause you know what I mean? Like they start freaking out. It's like saying, "Oh, I know my rights, yada yada this." He starts swinging his hands. I'm like, "Bro, please, I'm telling you right now, bro. Like I'm not trying to be hashtag."
You know, a lot of that goes back to watch your company and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Eric was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but he was white, so I mean, like I can see why, like he was.
second person.
What I want to say about that is, when you are encountered with anybody with a negative attitude, it's like the negative intention is not good to feed in, because if you feed it into it, that's what you're gonna get in return. I don't know if you can decipher that, but I'm just saying.
I agree with everything y'all saying. Like you, I know how to handle myself. Like if I'm by myself, it's not the fact that I feel like I'm gonna get slick or I'm gonna do this and that. I agree with you about like probably being in the car with somebody like a homeboy or something like this and that, because I don't know how they would react or something. But like me, if I was by myself, the reason I would be nervous or something is because like, I feel like, like he said, it depends on like who the police is and stuff like that. So, okay, if I got pulled over or something like that, I can be respectful or whatever. But it's all about how that police gonna react to me. So like, if I'm like talking with respect, all this and that, and I got a police that, like I remember I told you that one time he kept talking about my dad and stuff like that, like saying, "Oh, you're gonna be like your old boy and this and all that," and like, I kept like, trying to dodging and stuff like that. But I just feel like for the police who like what they gonna do. If they tell me to go reach for this or something, all that type of stuff. That's the only reason I'm nervous. I feel like even though I would try to escalate it or something like that, they would find some way to like, like something that's gonna get turned up on me or something like that, So I do agree about like being on the car with a friend, because I watch videos when police, they would just be they do their job, and then you got the people, they just tripping. Like I watched the video. Remember the video we watched when they had raided the house or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all you hear is the dude just saying like, "F you cracker," this and that. Like, bruh, why is you doing all that? Like the dude, like they doing their job or whatever. Then they tell me something, "F you cracker," this and all that. I don't like, I am. Like they was saying all like I am, because the police like that's racist to say. He's like I am racist, like all that. Like, bruh, stuff like that. You gotta understand, these are police, but at the end of the day, they still like real people. They gon', no matter how much they wanna have that thick skin or something, you gon' get mad at something. You gon' that's how you make the stuff happen. Like like some people just they do the most and they make that stuff happen. Like when they all like they saying "F you police" and this and that and just like yelling at them and stuff like that. It's like of course, but like stuff like that makes stuff escalate.
I want to make sure that we're not telling you how to think, because you need to work through those things yourselves. You have feelings about things, and nobody can dispute those feelings. What you need to do is take those feelings, about whether it's about a feeling that you're afraid of the police, or a feeling that people shouldn't be put to death, or whatever that feeling is, and then hold it up against as many facts as you can get together about that thing, as well as your personal beliefs and your morals and all of those things, and then think through all that stuff really critically, and then decide what your beliefs are about those things. That's our goal. Our goal isn't to teach you what you should be thinking. Our goal is to teach you how to think, so that you can make those decisions yourself. I love the fact that we're sitting here with people who disagree about important topics. And as we grow as a group, I hope that we continue to disagree about things, because if we don't, if we all end up in the same place, that means somebody's influencing the group and trying to get all to get to one place. The place I want to get to is critical thinking, making up your mind for yourselves. So it excites me to hear you guys talk about the different perspectives that you have on things, and all I would encourage you to do is just to take those feelings that we're talking about, those fears and those other things, and develop an educated understanding of what those are and have your decision rooted in those things. And if you can have those kind of convictions about your beliefs, then you can move on to the next thing because you've made those decisions. So keep thinking critically. Don't let anyone tell you what you should believe. You know, come up with that yourself. The only thing that you should believe in is yourselves and your ability to make up your own damn minds. So thank you for, I enjoyed the conversation from that standpoint, from just seeing you guys being individuals and having your own thoughts about things.